This will be for the con assignment, exponential expressions, word problems, algebraic. Okay, so similar to the last exercise. It says, on the day that a certain celebrity proposes marriage, 10 people knew about it. Each day afterward, the number of people who know triples. Write a function that gives the total number of people who know about the celebrity proposing t days after the celebrity proposes. Okay, so we start with 10 people that know about it. All right, and each day afterward, the number of people who know triples. That means it gets multiplied by 3, times 3, right? So we start with 10, and on the first day, on the next day, it triples, so it's times 3. And then the day after that, it triples again. So this answer gets multiplied by 3. And then after that, this answer gets multiplied by 3 for the next day. Okay, so it triples or gets multiplied by 3 each day. And it just keeps going. All right, so that's going to equal 10 times 3 to the power of t. All right, because it says t days after the celebrity proposes. All right. So we write 10. And I guess you can use the dot for times, but you can also use the parentheses for 3. But I'm going to do 10 times 3. Click the exponent button and write t. So it's 10 times 3 to the t. All right. So let's see here. There were 230,600 jobs available in the field of radiology in the year 2014. Each year that number is expected to grow by 0.9%. Which function? Write a function that gives the expected number of jobs in radiology t years from the year 2014. Do not use commas in your answer. Okay, so it grows by 0.9% each time. Okay, so you start with 100% and you add 0.9%. So like we said before, 100% is the same as 1, and 0.9%, you have to move the decimal over 2 places. 1, 2. So 0.9% is the same as 0.009. Okay, so 1 plus 0.009 is 1.009. Okay, multiplying by this number adds 0.9% each time. So we started with 230,600. In order to add 0.9% each time, we multiply by 1.009. Okay? And the number of years is represented by t. So each year it goes up by 0.9%. So instead of just multiplying by this number over and over again, we just raise it to the power of t. Since t represents years, every time a year increases, it gets multiplied by this an additional time. Okay? So it says do not use commas. So we write 230,600. And use the dot for times. And write 1.009. And raise that, hit the exponent button, raise that to the power of t. Alright. So, Mapaya writes a series of novels. She earned $75,000 for the first book, and her cumulative earnings double with each sequel that she writes. Okay, write a function that gives Mapaya's cumulative earnings in dollars when she has written n sequels. Alright, so her cumulative earnings double with each sequel that she writes. So she started with 75,000. Alright, I won't put the comma. And it doubles each time. That means times 2 each time. So 75 grand gets multiplied by 2. And n is the number of sequels. Okay, so it doubles each time she writes a sequel. So it's 75 grand times 2, times 2, times 2. It doubles every time. So the final answer is just going to be 75 grand times 2 and raised to the power of n, because n represents the number of sequels. So that's it. So no commas, just type 75 grand and use the dot for times 2 and use this for the exponent, power of n. Alright, we'll do one more. E's monthly rent is $750. If E pays the rent late, his landlord charges 4% interest per week that it's late. Write a function that gives the total cost of E's rent if he pays it T weeks late. Okay, so it increases by 4% each week. So that's going to be 100% plus 4%. Okay, we said 100% was 1. And 4%, just move the decimal over 2 places. That's going to be a 0.04. Okay, so we're going to be multiplying by 1.04 in order to increase by 4% each time. Okay, so we started with 750. We want to increase it by 4% each time, so that's times 1.04. And that occurs each week. T represents the number of weeks, so the exponent is just T. This way, every time T goes up by 1, it gets multiplied by 1.04 and it increases by 4%. So this is our final answer right here. 750 times 1.04 and raise that to the power of T.